Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for coming here. First thing I want you to do, please, is just hit that subscribe button. Even. Much appreciated. And today I'm just going to talk quickly about BPC 157. So I put a story up yesterday on my Instagram and basically just said that I was after using BPC 157 for a week, and I'm already seeing tons of positive side effects. And when I put that up, I got tons and tons of messages about it. So I thought I would come on here quickly and just talk you through it so you know exactly what to do if you do decide to use it. It is as simple as whatever is really simple. It's as simple as painting a wall white. That's how simple it is. So let's just cut down to the main things about it. What is BPC 157 even? So it stands for Body Protection Compound 157. It is a synthetic peptide derived from a protein found in human gastric juice, which is probably one of the reasons why, because as a side effect of using BPC 157, it can improve gut health. So that's one of the greater side effects of this. It's often classified as a research chemical and not approved for human use by the FDA. Now lads, let's be honest here. What's the FDA really like? We all know the FDA got half of America hooked on heroin, didn't they? Do you remember that whole pandemic where they had everyone hooked on heroin? So let's not go by what the FDA say, because the FDA, in my opinion, are a charlatans, and we all know it. We just don't want to say it out loud. But it's a guideline. But this is one of the guidelines where they're wrong, because this actually works. So common uses for BPC 157: wound healing, enhances healing of muscle, tendon, ligament and nerve injuries. Gut health, may protect and repair intestinal lining, studied for use in ulcers, IBS and IBD. So if you have any of these symptoms, this has been proved to help it out a little bit. So if these are one of the things that you suffer with, or you know someone that suffers with it, hit them up with some of the information. Anti-inflammatory, may reduce inflammation systematically, which is what I think it's kind of doing for me as well at the minute, because after 1 week of using it, for me, my main thing, the main reason I'm using this is because my knees, to put it kindly, are fucked. They're sore, and basically what's wrong with me is I have tendinitis in both of my knees, which is just inflammation of the tendon in my patella. So this is probably one of the things why it's helping me massively, is because it's just reducing inflammation in my knees. Moving on, joint and tissue recovery, promoted by athletes and biohackers for faster recovery post-injury. So it recovers the joint and tissue much more quicklier, I think is the correct English term. So yeah, it just basically helps speed up recovery of all these things. Neuroprotective effects, suggested to protect the brain and nerves in some animal studies. So this hasn't been studied on humans much, other than the couple of people on the inside that know about it. There's a lot of athletes have known about this for years and have been using it for years, and there has been no major side effects ever reported. So if you're worried about the side effects side of things, there's never been anything that has ever really come up. So how it works, this is the sciencey stuff. Promotes angiogenesis, formation of new blood vessels, modulates growth hormone receptors, influences nitric oxide pathways, has cytoprotective effects. Administration. So this is one of the things that came up for me yesterday a lot, was administering it. So typically administered via subcutaneous injection, but oral and topical forms are also being explored. Now, a lot of people will buy this orally, and I do not think this is a good idea. Number one, the bioavailability of it being oral is much lower than injection. And the other side of that then is, when you're taking tablets, it's to be filtered to your kidneys and your liver, and that just causes more stress for your organs to be going through, which could be avoided with the injections. Now, when I say injections, it's a sub-Q injection, which basically you find a bit of fat. Typically it's in the stomach, or some people go in the legs and just inject the fat. It's It's a 30 gauge needle, so you won't even feel it. If you're afraid of needles, you won't even feel this. Grab the skin, pinch it hard, inject into the fat. That's what I do. It's so easy to do. Obviously, I have much more fat in my stomach. Maybe you don't. But that's what I do, and it's far more beneficial to do it this way. The bioavailability when you inject is much higher, so you get more of that fucking dosage. So there you go. Now, the legal and regulatory status. Not FDA approved, but that, as I spoke before, the FDA, it's a guideline, and they got all of America hooked in heroin. So, like, don't be worried too much about that. Sold legally as a research chemical in many places. So this is how you're going to be. This is why you're able to buy it. When you pick up your bottle of BPC 157, it is going to say on the side of it for research purposes only, and that just helps the sale of it, because it's never going to get past the ban list, unfortunately, or not in the near future. Banned by WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, for use in professional sports, because WADA classes as a PED, which is a professional enhancing drug, such as another class that would be a steroid, and it just isn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't perform. It doesn't enhance performing in any sense of the way, other than the same way a painkiller would. So if a painkiller is not approved by WADA, which they are, well, not the weaker ones anyway, I just don't see why this isn't. So guys, that's kind of it on the dosage side of thing, which was another huge one yesterday in my Instagram, was the dosage. So when you buy it, when I buy it, I will get it in a 5 milligram bottle, and you will get some bacteriostatic water with it when you order it. And what you want to do is put 2 ml of the water, mix it in with your 5 milligrams of BPC 157. Don't shake it. So when you put in your water, just swirl it in your hands like that, because you don't want to break up what's inside it. Apparently it's very, it can be damaged quite easily. So you just want to swirl it in your fingers. Do not shake it until it's completely broken down inside the bottle. Now, when you put in 2 ml of bacteriostatic water into your 5 milligrams, that will give you, what I do is I inject 250 mcg per day, and I suggest that's kind of middle ground for dosage. Some people take more for a worse injury. You know, my injury isn't that bad. It's just tendinitis in both knees. So probably if you have a hamstring tear or broken bones, then you could probably up it to 500 mcgs per day. But if you're going to do that, I would split the dosage between morning and night. So what I do typically is 250 every morning when I wake up, bang it into the stomach. And when you mix 2 ml with 5 mgs, that'll give you 20 days. So you'll have 20 shots in that bottle. The website I use is Apex Receptor. I'll put it here. And if you use my discount code ODWIRE15, you will get some money off your order. It's £20, I think, for 5 milligrams. So it's well worth it. You'll also have to buy the needles separately. I don't think that website sells them, but you can pick them small things like that up anywhere. A lot of people are saying as well, you can mix this with TB500. It stacks well with TB500, which is just another peptide that a lot of people are stacking with BPC 157. Now, for me, I just wanted to trial out BPC on my own first, on its own, and just see how I got on with it. And I'm happy enough with the results. I feel the effects after typically the effects can kick in anywhere between 2 and 3 days, or it may take up to a couple of weeks, I would assume, depending on the dosage and the severity of the injury. So that's me. That's kind of everything covered, I think. If you have any more questions, you can leave them down here in the comment section and I will get back to you. Thank you very much, and I will see you all soon. Good day to you.